What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So, as you can see, okay, Michael Benson has stated that pretty much Frank Warren is on board with trying to be patient, with being patient with the process. Not even trying, with being patient with the process of getting the deals with the broadcasting situation finalized. I told you. Now, today it's Tuesday, okay, 6:16 in the morning. Tyson Fury said that Anthony Joshua had until 5 o'clock yesterday. And I told you guys, when I was making fun of him, bring up the points that it's been like 3 weeks now. He keeps saying he has until today, he has until tomorrow, he hasn't, right? And he just keeps changing it, right? Notice something. Him and Frank Warren aren't even on board on this situation. Frank Warren is not speaking against Fury, but the actions show different, because Frank Warren is not the one saying, oh, you have until Monday or you have until tomorrow and all that. It's basically Frank Warren pretty much. In the beginning, if you notice, he was saying, they agreed to the terms. He threw him a bone. This is his way of giving him a road back and all of that. But now, he's not saying anything. He's saying no need for the fight to not happen. Tyson Fury has stated he's fighting Manuel Char on December the 3rd. That was his plans initially from the very beginning. Like I said, you don't take a fight of this magnitude and then act like you've never done this before. Like you don't know, the severity of getting the contracts finalized properly. Everybody needs to be compensated properly. He agreed to the 60-40. He agreed to Tyson Fury's terms. I did a whole video yesterday and I scrapped it because I said, nah, let me wait until after 5 o'clock. So I'm not just making another video before, when it's not necessary on this subject. It's clear. Tyson Fury never wanted to fight Anthony Joshua in the first place. The same way he didn't want to fight him in the past and made all these excuses. He basically tried to rush Usyk. That didn't work. Now, Usyk, yes, said that he was hurt, he was injured, he had injuries that needed to be healed, and, don't rush us, we'll make the fight. Yes, he said that. Okay. And then he tweets to Anthony Joshua, hey, Big G, what do you want to do? Well, because Usyk is bitching. Right? Once he agrees to the terms, though, all of a sudden, everything is rushed. Like Fury said, right? I'm not a businessman, I'm a fighter, right? And he's taking shots at Anthony Joshua because, AJ is speaking, about the way things should be. And this was right when they were supposed to fight the first time. It wasn't about, just accept whatever I offer and be glad because you just lost a fight. Anthony Joshua didn't ask for this fight. So it's not, see, the whole slave mentality that most of you have, slave mentality, you just take whatever the master throw at you. No, this is not that situation. He don't have to take this fight. So even when somebody says, well, if he's not going to fight Fury, then who? He didn't need the Fury fight. This just came up suddenly. Y'all know this. It's not like this was a 2-fight deal, Usyk, then Fury, and now he's getting cold feet. No, that's not what it was. Fury threw this out there out of nowhere. I am 110% convinced. He did not expect Anthony Joshua to take this fight, but Anthony Joshua took the fight, and then all of a sudden, Fury, who's not a businessman, right? In his own words, is the one trying to rush. You saw the guy at the end of Joe Joyce and Joseph Parker fight, when pretty much Frank Warren is being interviewed. Fury walks up and then he gets in front of the camera and he's joking around with Frank about, this is the worst fight I've ever seen, like playing around and shit. And then, but what does he do before he walk away from that camera? Tell Anthony Joshua they have until tomorrow, not till Monday, not Tuesday, not Wednesday. If they don't do it, then the fight's off. They have more than enough time and all this and that. Frank Warren's just standing with a big dumb grin on his face, not saying anything. This wasn't even this just shows you how obsessed he is with trying to make Anthony Joshua look bad. This is about Joe Joyce versus Joseph Parker. He's so arrogant and egotistical, right, and paranoid at the same time. He makes this about him and Anthony Joshua. This is not about those two guys, but this is what I'm telling you. He's trying to make it look like I said from the very beginning, he's trying to make it look like if the fight doesn't happen, it's not because of me, it's because of AJ. No, AJ's not the one saying I don't want to fight. You know, for everybody that's a fanboy, you all need to just shut the fuck up, in all honesty, and sit the fuck back and just shut up and just be patient, and whatever happens, happens. Why? You guys are speaking like you understand what goes on behind the scenes. You don't look. They gotta have a undercard fight. You have to have. It's a lot of shit. You got undercard fights. You know, both networks got to be paid because they both on different networks. You know, so all the broadcasts and everything that's going on. You think Tyson Fury don't know that this shit happens? No, Tyson Fury is not really. The truth is, it's not. Look, I want you to sign this contract so we can fight. No, it's. I really did not expect you to take this fucking fight. Now, since you are, I want to rush you and try to make you as uncomfortable as possible and make decisions that will be distractions to you, where if we do fucking fight, I done put my foot in my mouth. And now he's already talking about he's fighting Manuel Char. So, like I said, I didn't want to make a video until after 5 o'clock yesterday. And I did, and I just said, you know what? I did it before 5 o'clock. And I said, nah, I don't want to come back to make another video about this. Because, for one, what I said in the video, which is what I'm going to say now, is if even Anthony Joshua said, you know, he made a video where he's doing his little freestyle, and then he made another video where he's talking about signing a contract, and he explained, look, you know, we know what's going on. Like, look, if the broadcasting situation is not finalized, if the legal team hasn't, you know, got things worked out completely, then Anthony Joshua is not signing that. It's not just one signature, okay? It's like when you buy a car, you're signing all of this stuff, right? You're signing all this. It's not just one piece of paper you sign. So he agrees to Fury's terms, but it's other things involved. And if it's not finalized, then why would he sign it if it's not finalized? Then you waste everybody's time. After everybody's putting all this effort in to try to make things work, then go, oh, never mind. I'll just take whatever crumbs that's thrown or whatever. It doesn't matter. You know, if anything comes back to haunt me in this, just I'll take whatever because I'm desperate. I'm a broke fighter that just, I need to take whatever I get. No, that's not the situation. And all of a sudden, people are losing focus on who Anthony Joshua is and the fact that he is the cash cow in the heavyweight division. So you think that Tyson Fury is going to get a whole lot of fucking money fighting against Manuel Char? I mean, $1 million is a lot of money. You understand what I'm saying? And to somebody, it's everything, right? You think that he's going to get that fight in Manuel Char? Absolutely not. But at the same time, Manuel Char name came up. Derek Chisora names came up. Oh, I don't believe that. Oh, really? And we heard Manuel Char say he's fighting Tyson Fury on December 3rd. You know, we heard him say that. We heard Shane Fury say that. You know, so at the end of the day, and Manuel Char didn't say, I believe I'm fighting. And he said, no, I'm fighting Tyson Fury on the 3rd. Derek Chisora's name came up, and that's what the argument was about ringside. That's what the argument was about. And to be honest with you, between Manuel Char and Derek Chisora, well, I'm not big on either one of those fights. I'm not interested at all, not the slightest bit. But Derek Chisora would be considered a tougher challenge than Manuel Char. And that's the name that came up. And if you're going to book a venue, like I said, like you fighting some crackhead, oh, I'll just get a venue and then throw a bone to just anybody. Yeah, nobody cares about you versus Manuel Char. So that's how you treat a fighter like that. Someone who will allow you to. Or maybe they were negotiating all the time and just kept it under the table. Because like I said, even in that fight, you'd have to have an undercard. There's a lot that has to go into this. Do you think Frank Warren's a businessman? He's not going to say anything against Tyson Fury because that's his fighter. You know, I mean, we've seen Bob Arum do it with Terence Crawford, but he's not saying anything against Tyson Fury because that's his fighter. But listen at what they're saying. They're not on the same page with this, man. Bottom line, he never wanted to fight Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua looked like he was backed into a corner, but then it's like, nah, they're not dumb. They're smart. So I agree to your terms, but everything else has to be right as well. So now all of a sudden, Fury's doing a cold feet. He never wanted to fight Anthony Joshua in the first place. And now he's being exposed. And I was confident in that just by the way things were going. And if you guys don't see it by now, then you don't want to see it. Bottom line, that building was not booked for Tyson Fury or Alexander Usyk. It was for Manuel Char. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video. Hey, Fury, get on board with your boy. All right? Get on board with Frank Warren. You're exposing yourself and he's exposing you simply because you're saying one thing, but you're backpedaling. I give my word. If he don't sign by today, the fight's off. Right. Here it is Tuesday, right? You've been saying this shit for 3 weeks now. And you're trying to make it like you're gracious. You're not being gracious. You're trying to not expose yourself, but it's too late. We all see it. Like I said, for those who don't see it, it's because you don't want to. Out.